Gavlar Cooks, and today what we're going to do a green Thai curry. Now what we've got here, we've got some ingredients which we're just going to go through the preparation to make up the paste at the moment. A couple of my viewers wanted to know if I made all the sauces myself, so I thought I'd just show you how we're going to make this. So we're going to have a food processor. We're going to need that, just a little mini one. We have got here for your ingredients a thumb of ginger, 3 green chilies and 4 cloves of garlic. We're also going to need 4 spring onions. We're going to need some dark soy sauce, and we will also going to need 2 stalks of lemongrass and a bunch of coriander. So that will make the curry paste, and I'm going to prep that in a minute. We're just going to crush the 2 lemongrass, peel out the outer skin, and then get them ready to go into the food processor. Coriander, yeah, we're going to be tearing that up, breaking that up. We'll leave a couple of stalks for when we do the main meal. For the green chilies, we're going to cut in half, and for this one, if you like it hot, you can leave the seeds in. But we, with the boys, you know, we'd like to keep the taste down a little bit. We might hold the seeds back, but we'll actually de-seed it. Just roughly chop the ginger and crush the garlic. Spring onions, obviously take the skin off, chop them, and then they'll be ready. So we're just going to move over to the main meal, so if my cameraman can move to the main meal. Got jasmine rice, got a little bit of nut oil, ground nut oil. Going to need a little bit of toasted sesame oil. We've got there 400 ml of coconut milk, 2 chicken breasts. We've got cooked and peeled jumbo king prawns. We have asparagus tips, mushrooms, mange tout, red chilli and a lime. So I'm going to go ahead now and start making up the curry paste. So once all my ingredients are prepped, I'll then show you how we're making that and bringing it all together, and then we'll pause then to show you a little bit later on the main meal. So thank you very much for this bit, and we'll come back to you in a second. Back to Gavlar Cooks. We went through the ingredients a little bit earlier on. Now what I've done is I've roughly chopped the chilies, de-seeded them. I've bashed and de-skinned the first layer of the lemongrass. I've roughly chopped the ginger and the garlic, and I've chopped up the 4 spring onions, and I've torn the coriander. So what we're going to do is we're now going to put this all into the food processor. I've only got a little mini one, but it's good enough for what we want. So if I put the green chilies in, onion, give that a quick blast. Add in the lemongrass. The ginger and the garlic. At this point I like to put in the soy sauce. I was going to use fish sauce, but fish sauce can be put a bit of a pungent taste to it, and if you're not keen on fish sauce, I substitute one of the fish sauce for an extra one of the soy. So I'll put 4 tablespoons of these in. That'll help bind it all together and make that paste. Give it a bit of a stir around. At this point you can really lovely flavour. You start to get that taste coming through, the smell, the aroma. The main thing to check is make sure that the ginger is being chopped up. And now what we're going to do is start to bind in the coriander. So push that in. Really do have a bigger processor. Have a little bit more soy. Do if the cameraman can just zoom in there onto that paste. If you're zoomed in now, you'll see this lovely paste that we're going to add into our main meal. We're going to cook the chicken and all the other ingredients, which we'll go through in a minute, and then we'll add coconut milk then to get that authentic green sauce. But that absolutely smells amazing. So we'll see you in a minute at the third part of this Thai green curry, and we'll see how we get on. Great, thank you. We're just going to show you what we're going to do here. We've got 1 tablespoon of ground nut oil, and then we're going to have 1 tablespoon of the toasted sesame oil. We're going to bring that up to temperature, full heat, and at the moment all I'm going to do is put the roughly diced chicken breast into the oil, get that nice and brown, and then we'll start doing with the other ingredients. So, okay. And all we're going to do now is just stir the chicken into the oil and get it all nicely cooked. That way then when we use the other sauces, we've got no problem with the chicken being undercooked. So we just get the mange tout and all that is just softened, ready for eating. Just leave that to brown. I've just had a bit of a pause in the filming. But all you want to do now is with the chicken is just cut through one with your spatula. Just ensure then that it's nice and white, there's no pink left. So you don't want anybody poisoned. Now what we're going to do, we'll chuck in the mushrooms. Give them a stir. And now what we're going to do, and this was the paste that we made earlier, so you see as that goes in, the actual smell of that is absolutely fantastic. The smell of lemongrass, and you see that going in there. That want to get as much out of that as you can. Then we're going to stir that in. The cameraman can just zoom in on that. You see that? Lovely juices there. At the moment it doesn't look too pretty, but the smell's fantastic. Oh, very nice. Just going to stir that in. Bring that up to heat. Just going to cook that for a few minutes. Yep. Right, okay, so that's now been cooking now just for just a couple of minutes, really, just to get that sauce in around it. So now we've got our coconut milk. Just going to bring it down a bit in temperature and then just slowly pour the coconut milk in. Just going to leave a little bit of that. Just going to stir that in now. Again, if the cameraman zooming in, I think zoom in on that one. You see now, you see the coriander, and you can see now the authentic colour of a Thai green curry. Now, what I must say, the ingredients for the sauce cost, I'd say, approximately £4. So it's a little bit more expensive than if you were going to buy your normal supermarket sauce. Good sauces, yeah. You know the main ones. The ones that begin with a P and an S. And Lloyd's special one. They are cheaper and a lot easier to do, but like I say, we had a Mr. C, mention his name, Michelle, did say they wanted to see me making a sauce, so we made a sauce. So we'll get this cooking through, and a little bit later on, all we're going to do then, near the end, put these on in probably about 10 minutes time. We've probably got a half hour to go. 10 minutes time there going. Near the end of cooking, we'll actually put the asparagus in. We don't want it too overcooked. And then what I'm going to do is half a lime. If you roll it, if you give it a good roll on the table, a good roll like that, break it up, chop it in half, then you can squeeze in then the two halves of the lime. That gives it a bit of a zing to the sauce. And then right at the very end, once we serve it, I'm just going to use the red chilli just to garnish actually over the top of the meal, and then use the little bits of coriander, again more of a decorative thing. So what we do near the end of cooking, I'll show you how I'm going to do a plating up and that you'll actually get to see it. I'm going to use a jasmine rice, coriander and lime jasmine rice, sticky rice. We'll show you how I'm going to present that. So we'll see you in a bit. So, mange two's in, chicken's in, the mushrooms in. All we're going to put in now is the asparagus. Now the asparagus I pushed for a runner bean slicer, so you can see that. Put them in. Just going to stir those in. Now the last thing I'm going to put in now is some prawns. Not very good, I didn't prep them. I'll just show you those in a minute. But at this stage, just want to squeeze in a lime. Well, I've already put one in, so I'll put a bit more in. So a bit of lime for taste. Stir that in, give it a good stir. point, this sauce is complete. So just want to always taste your food. That's fantastic, that is. That's fantastic. So the only thing now is for the prawns. So I'm just going to sort the prawns out, put them in. The prawns are already peeled and cooked, so they just need to come up to heat. And that's it really. So see you in a minute. Okay, so what we've got here, we've just got the Aussie, the finest, cooked and peeled Jumbo King prawns. So just going to tip them in. As I say, they're already peeled and cooked, so no problems there getting poisoning if they're undercooked. Just going to roll those in like so. Sauce we know is good, so I'm just going to cover that now, and I'm literally just going to give it, I don't know, 10 minutes, and then we're served. So thank you very much, and all I'm going to do at the end of this is just take a photograph shot, or just a quick shot of the filming, just to show you how I'm going to put that on the plate and serve that up. Great, thank you very much. Just got the rice, just ping that in the microwave. So just going to show you now how to set up. So I'm going to fill a little ramekin now with some sticky rice. Like so, push it down. Get a nice bit of rice in there. Keep forcing it down. Like so. Then we'll prepare that, prep that, stick that over. There you go, so you've got a nice piece of, nice little cone of rice. And we're just going to give that a quick stir. Get a nice bit of chicken, prawn, some sauce, some asparagus and mange-tout in there, like so. Look at that. So, okay. Decorate that with a little bit of coriander on the top of the rice. We're just going to sprinkle a tiny little bit of red chili on the top, just to finish that off. Look at that. Amazing. So if you can zoom in. Yeah. And that's it. Thank you very much for Gavlar Cooks again. So you've had your Thai green curry. Thank you very much.